Of rock art paintings that were made by the San over the last couple of thousand years, maybe up to 3,000 years ago. And what we're seeing here are the visions of ritual specialists, in that they undertake various ritual tasks on behalf of their community. The most important ones, of course, being healing, influencing the movements of the game animals, and in order to achieve those tasks, as a shaman, what you have to do is acquire a lot of potency. You can't do it by yourself. And so they hold these big healing dances. And what they actually do is acquire potency from the large game animals. How that happens is that the women clap and sing the song that relates to whichever animal, chosen animal that it is for that ritual, and by singing it, they bring it into being in that place. They bring the essence of that animal to that place, and the men now absorb the essence, the potency of that animal in the dance. There's rhythmic driving, audio driving, and hyperventilation in order to achieve this trance-like state. The eland is the animal with the most supernatural potency, and what they're doing here is they're acquiring the potency of the eland, and as they do so, they feel themselves, they hallucinate, they feel themselves become that animal, or at least partly that animal. And so what we're seeing up here are visions that the shamans would have had of themselves changing into these eland antelope. And that's why they have antelope heads, and that's why they have antelope hooves. These are not masks or anything like that. One of the most fundamental parts of the process of getting into an altered state is that you have hallucinations, and one of the most common hallucinations is of geometric forms, dots, concentric circles, spiral zigzags, and parallel lines and grids and things like that. There's a specific set that we call entoptic phenomena that are hardwired into the human brain. And so we all are capable of experiencing visions of these geometrics. That's the lightest stage of trance. What then happens after that is that the brain, the human brain, tries to make sense of what's happening, and then after that it becomes culturally construed. So somebody in the Arctic Circle isn't going to hallucinate these things. They may start with these geometrics, but they'll then hallucinate something very different. And of course, it's very often the game animals and emotionally, spiritually charged things that find their way into people's visions. Recent neuropsychological work has shown categorically that it doesn't seem to matter how you achieve that altered state, whether you're taking psychotropic substances and hallucinogens or anything like that, or any form of sensory deprivation, rhythmic driving, audio driving, or whether it be by hyperventilation, as we suspect the San were doing, because this is what they do in the Kalahari now. The mechanics of the hardwiring of the human brain react in a similar way, and it's likely that people will go through these three stages